Hello, and welcome to Westover School, where we're hosting our first inaugural TED Talk. My name is Dr. Lockwood, and I'm the director of our Women in Science and Engineering program. And my TED Talk topic is, what if the future of science and engineering looked like her? When I was a young child, I loved asking questions, specifically why questions. Why does the sky change color? Why do some bridges sway? Why others stand firm? Back then, in middle school, I had the opportunity to travel to space camp, where I was one of only 2 girls. I didn't have the words for it as a middle schooler, but I was already brushing up against the truth that so many women in STEM face today. We are often seen as the exception and not the expectation. At Westover School, I have the privilege in our WISE program. Every day I see engineers, girls who come in and are fearless problem solvers, inventive thinkers, and born engineers. I watch them build with their hands, program artificial intelligence, and prototype solutions to real-world problems. They come up with their concepts, they design, they research, they iterate, and they improve. They aren't waiting to be invited into the world of science and engineering, they're redesigning the door. Yet, outside our classroom walls, the statistics in STEM still have not caught up. Women hold approximately 30% of STEM jobs, and even fewer leadership positions. In engineering, the numbers drop even lower. And for women of color, the gaps are the starkest. It's not about ability in STEM, it's about access, encouragement, and visibility. Girls need role models that look like them in the workforce, because we can't become what we can't see. So how do we change this narrative? We have to begin by reframing. What does a scientist look like? An engineer or an architect? We make thinking visible. We ask students not to just memorize information, but to slow down, observe, and make connections. We use thinking routines that invite every voice into the conversation. We stop treating STEM as a narrow path and start recognizing that it's deeply human, creative, and collaborative. All of this is part of our STEM journey. We tell our different stories. We highlight women like Dr. Nancy Hopkins, who took on MIT to create a more equitable learning space for women in STEM, which caused a domino reaction into higher education STEM spaces. We make space in STEM, physical space, just like Dr. Hopkins, creating labs and maker spaces that feel inclusive. And we also make emotional space for failure, for experimentation, and for growth, and for communicative space, collaborative space, or circular space, to link science and art and technology to ethics and engineering with empathy. So think for a moment. Imagine a world where the solutions to our greatest challenges, climate change, public health, equitable technology, come from a generation of women who were never told, this isn't for you. I believe that future is not only possible, it's already on its way. I see it every time a student dares to take up space in a lab, raise their hand in coding class, or design something that the world didn't even know it needed. So I ask you, what if the next breakthrough in science and engineering isn't about what, but rather about who? And what if she's been in your classroom, your community, or your family this whole time, just waiting for you to believe in her brilliance? Let's stop asking girls if they're good at math or science, and let's ask them, what do they want to change? Give them the tools to solve problems, and then get out of their way. Thank you.